In the prestigious Galactic Academy, Professor Tralvin, a six-legged xenobiologist, believed his sheltered students needed a dose of reality. For 3 decades, he'd used a specific method to teach prey species about the dangers of the galaxy, a live demonstration. Today's lesson featured a Quinthian shadowstalker hatchling, one of the most feared apex predators in the known universe. In the back row, a human named Jake Mitchell watched with amusement as his classmates panicked. The plenary delegates turned a ghastly shade of blue. The crystalline Vosk twins vibrated with such fear it made Jake's teeth ache. "This specimen," Tralvin announced, his voice a series of clicks translated into galactic standard, "possesses reflexes faster than most species can perceive, claws capable of shearing through hull plating, and a predatory drive that..." Suddenly, the containment field flickered. It was just for a microsecond, a planned scare tactic, but it worked. Half the class scrambled for the exits while the other half froze, playing dead by pure instinct. The air thickened with distress pheromones. With liquid grace, the hatchling emerged. It was the size of a large dog, covered in light-absorbing black scales, with 6 legs tipped in talons and a head that was mostly teeth. Its amber eyes scanned the room, tracking every fleeing student. Then, its gaze landed on Jake. The human hadn't moved. He just sat there, head tilted, observing the creature with genuine curiosity. The shadowstalker's nostrils flared, sampling his scent. It padded across the floor, past abandoned datapads and terrified classmates, directly to Jake's row. Professor Tralvin fumbled for the neural dampener, yelling, "Everyone remain calm." But the creature wasn't attacking. It sniffed Jake's boots and then did something impossible. It chirped. A high-pitched, questioning sound. It hopped onto the seat next to Jake, circled twice, and curled into a ball against his thigh. The auditorium fell silent. Jake said, slowly reaching out to touch the hatchling's warm scales. "Is this normal?" "No," Tralvin whispered. "This is not impossible." But there it was, the nightmare of the galaxy, rumbling softly as Jake scratched behind its ear ridges. "Professor?" Jake asked. "Should I stop?" Tralvin approached cautiously. "Mitchell, what are you doing? Petting a shadowstalker?" Jake shrugged. "It seems pretty chill. Reminds me of my cat back home." "Your cat?" a plenary delegate stammered. "You domesticated predators?" "Well, yeah," Jake said. "Cats, wolves, those became dogs. We've domesticated foxes, ferrets, even birds of prey. Humans kind of have a thing for it." The hatchling, enjoying the attention, rolled onto its back, exposing its belly in absolute trust. Jake continued, oblivious to the dawning horror on his classmates' faces. "Some people even keep apex predators as companions. Pet alligators, bears. We don't recommend it, but humans are gonna human, you know?" The shadowstalker climbed up and draped itself across Jake's shoulders like a deadly scarf, nuzzling his neck. "Mitchell," the professor said, his voice faint. "I need to ask you something. Your species, humans, where exactly do you fall on the predator-prey spectrum?" Jake looked surprised by the question. The hatchling licked his cheek with a tongue that could strip flesh from bone. Several students whimpered. "Oh," Jake said, finally understanding. "You thought we were prey, didn't you?" The silence was his answer. Jake smiled, and for the first time, his classmates noticed his forward-facing eyes. Predator's eyes. "No, Professor," he said gently, "we're not prey. We're the species that turned predators into pets. We're the species that looked at the stars and said, 'Those are ours too.'" The hatchling chirped in agreement. Class was dismissed early that day. Professor Tralvin had a lot of rewriting to do, starting with a new list one where humans were at the very, very top. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tailies from across the galaxy.